one of many. Our will start the year strong with practical resources and inspiring insights to fuel real change. Get ready to break through limiting beliefs and unlock fresh, actionable strategies. Please join me in welcoming National Sales Director Holli Lowe. Get your selfie, girl. You know I'm gonna do it. Here we go. You ready to say it? Got you. Oh my goodness. Are you excited to be here? I think back to how my business has not only shifted my income, my opportunities, my career path, my position, but it has also shifted my entire life. Anyone? The way I think, the way I lead, the way I love, the way that I serve, it's actually changed my little boy and my husband's life forever. When we feel frustrated, disconnected, feel like our company has changed, newsflash, it has. But, say but, we are now a global company. And that does shift how things look and feel to us as a sales force. It is not a bad thing, but those of you who have 10, 20, 30, 40 years under your belt, you know it does feel different. True? What I want you to understand is different is not bad. Please hear my heart when I ask you and beg you when you leave this room to make a list of all of the perks, possibilities that are available to you, all of them. Not what you got, but what is available. Make a list. Every opportunity. Directors, do you know now you can make more money as a sales director than I ever thought about making? Say what? All the bonuses available. I can't imagine the millions that would be on these NSD plaques. You guys, believe me when I tell you, even our valleys in Mary Kay are paved in gold. They are. I need y'all to lean over all the way. I know. Just lean as far as you can. Slide your shoes off. And I want y'all to grab your toes. Can y'all do that for me? Just one little second. I promise it's going to make sense. Just put all the piggy toes. Squeeze, because I'm going to step on your toes just a little. Can y'all handle a big girl talk today? The truth is you feel a shift, but your house payment and your goals and dreams do not care about your feelings. Say, uh-oh. We have a spoiled, rotten American society that has idolized social media, hanging out, and idolized your comfort zone. We feel guilty for being vision-led. We feel guilty for being strategic powerhouse leaders. We feel guilty if we leave the dog at home too long. We feel guilty if we don't sit every meal on every table. We feel guilty for not at everything for our kids. Did you love your parents any differently when they weren't able to make it sometimes? Your husband, your dad, and your grandpa, they never apologize for going to work and chasing down their dreams to provide a life for you and your siblings and your family, because that's what they were called to do. I told my son, I'm raising you to be a man. I'm raising you to show up and live the calling on your life, buddy. That means if I'm not in the stands, you're not seeking my approval. So sometimes, last seminar, I missed his World Series, but I got to watch him on ESPN as he's living his dream. I said, I hope you hit more home runs and have the best game of your life, because he knows whose approval he seeks. So as a woman, I've given you permission. Guilt is from the enemy. Say thank you, Holli. Now when your vision is clear, all these crappy excuses can disappear. You are a leader in this season for this appointed time. You are anointed, appointed, called, and equipped to chase down your God-given dream, life, destiny. My friends, we can sit on those sidelines and we can be mad that it doesn't look like it used to, or say, or this family business that you love so much, the culture that makes your heart beat fast, gives you a place to belong. This sisterhood of women that has been your iron, and they held you up when you couldn't hold yourself up. Newsflash, it's not our company's back to carry that. Our corporate staff is not supposed to pass it on. They don't share the legacy with others. They don't build this company. They don't increase our sales force. They're not charged with enriching women's lives. That's our job. Say, my responsibility. Girls, we got to get in our lane and stay there. Our sales force lost our vision along the way, and therefore we blame and say, it's not the same. Truth bomb, mic drop. Are you ready? Are y'all ready for the big girl talk? The culture that you create with your customers, your consultants, your personal red jacket team, the culture you create with your unit, your sister sales directors, the culture is here. It is alive and breathing because the culture lives in you. You are the keeper of the dream. Are you keeping it or are you sharing it? The company is doing all they can financially. And honestly, it's the richest compensation in Mary Kay history. Did you know that? Have you seen the millions that these nationals retire with? Imagine your potential to double, triple, and quadruple that. But it's not the company's responsibility to put money in your bank account. They're not charged with setting your heart on fire, changing your life, building your dream, or chasing down your calling. Yo, if we want to know who's charged with that, open your selfie camera. It's all on me. Say that out loud. Say, my responsibility. Say, I'm responsible for. Say, all I can control is. Who wants this company to move forward for another 60 years? If I, Holli Lowe, don't want this company to have to go start recruiting people, guess who better start recruiting? That's our job, you guys. I'm not here to fuss or preach, but I'm here to help you get your perspective right. Holli Lowe is whatever reason Holli Lowe is blaming for not meeting every goal last year, win or lose, I own the finish line I choose. Win or lose, I own it because it's my responsibility. Say, my responsibility. And when I own what I was unwilling to do, only then I can grow. Every athlete has a decision to make to either do or not do what it takes to get to the next level. If I asked you right now, and I want a show of hands, 99% of you would say, I know exactly what the one thing is I've been unwilling to do to take myself to the next level. How many of you know the one thing that you've been unwilling to do? Raise your hand, raise your hand, raise your hand, look around. You know. I was having a conversation with a sales director who desperately wanted to earn a pink Cadillac. She rallied her unit every quarter and they got down 3 times this past seminar year, September, December, and March. And they needed 48,000 wholesale every single time in the last month. Right? It's like, come on. She was so frustrated. It was the 4th time. It's the finish to the seminar year and she has 6 weeks left. She said, you know what? I mapped it out. And if I could get 5 new bookings a day, I could finish this car. I said, great. You can totally do that. You know you can get 5 bookings a day. I train my girls to find one magnificent obsession, the one thing they can track. But here's the reality. When you believe you're doing enough, you'll work differently. If you believe you're not doing enough, you'll always creatively avoid doing enough to get enough to finish the thing. So she comes back a week later and said, I know I said I was supposed to get 5 bookings, but honestly, it makes me feel bad. I'm obsessing about it. I still ain't got 5 bookings yet. There must be something else I should track. It doesn't feel good or make me feel empowered. I'm not doing it. I said, okay, good. You're going to do it again. If you believe you need 5 bookings and that's what your God-given gut answer is, then you do it or you don't drive your pink car. I said, you're not stopping. You're not coming off the wall like Nehemiah 6:3 says, I'm doing a great work and I cannot come down. Stay at it frustrated. Stay at it doing it hard. Do it aggravated. Do it when you feel like it's not enough. When you do things out of discipline, they become the things you crave to win your day. So only when you're willing to look stupid, that's hard, feel misunderstood, be questioned, and be criticized, that's when I know you're willing to chase down your God-given dream life destiny. Guess what? To this day, almost 90 days later, she has still not gotten 5. Poor Jessica. But going for 5 changed every single thing. She went from, I am not doing this, and her unit crossed 48,000 wholesale in June and doubled her highest 20,000 wholesale month. And she earned her very first pink Cadillac. Girls, lean in when it's hard, when it feels scary. I tell my area, whoever's in their booking box the most, that's who's winning. This is not a beauty pageant. It is a blue collar dollar business. I gotta log the hours, drive to the houses, book the appointments, hold the parties, prove me wrong. You see, friends, your pink power shift is simply your new decision to walk out what you already knew to do. God doesn't care what you did yesterday or last year. That is no evidence to him of what is possible for you this year. He called you anyway, and guess what? My yesterday is over. Today is my greatest gift. That's why it's called the present. When I want to know how to predict my future finish, I check my vision today. I check that my head, heart, and guts are in alignment. And then I check my blue collar time clock. Your pink power shift is in you. Some of you have walked through impossible situations, and yet you still stand here. You showed up. You stayed when your best girlfriends walked away. You stayed and fought the good fight. You are a remnant. It's in you. Mary Kay's impact, her heart, her vision, you hold that in your soul. You have to quit worrying about getting to Red, getting to Director, getting to Cadillac, getting to National. The only thing you can control is what you think, say, and do. That's it. This year, as you walk out of here, you better decide who you want to be. When you decide who you want to be, then you go do what it takes to be her. That's when you get to have, be, do, have. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. He knows the seeds of greatness are inside you already. The parties, the faces, the appointments, that just waters the seeds that you already have. A tiny acorn was always destined to be a mighty oak tree. I became a pink Cadillac director long before my unit ever produced enough wholesale to order a pink car. I sat in that Premier Club car every day and I smelled my pink Cadillac leather. I became the woman who is a pink Cadillac director in my mind and in that blue collar dollar logging the time. I love you, but I don't care what your unit's doing. I don't care what your team is doing. I don't care if your customers order. I care what your vision is and what new commitment you walk out of here with today. We missed Gold Circle last year because I didn't build the number of first line directors that would finish it. Now, I could have sat back and made a list of everybody else who missed their goal, that if they had done their part, we would have finished. However, say but, leadership is giving away the win and taking full responsibility for the loss. So my power shift, since July 1st, I had my own power shift. I had to get clear on my vision. I had to be brave enough to say Diamond Circle again, even though I missed every single goal I set for myself last year. Make 2 columns. One, what happens if I do it? All the possibilities, all the impact. And what happens if I don't? How does it feel to sit in the same place again year after year? Who will be impacted if I don't do it? And then the second thing is I had to get an affirmation prayer manifesto. Guess what? I spend morning and night listening to a recorded version of me speaking God's truth and promises. Why? Because the bigger the calling on my life, the more the enemy has a target on my back. And guess what? When I take a day off, he doesn't. I have a bullseye on my back, and he won last year. The old me, I cowered down to some of the lies the enemy had spoken over me. But guess what? I will beat her. I will train harder. I will eat cleaner. I know her weakness. I know her strength. I've lost to her before, but not this time. She is going down. I have the advantage because I know her well. She's the old me. You see, this year I'm different. I'm so clear. I am prayed up, favored up, buckling down. I will no longer question my worth, shrink my voice, or wait for permission. I am divinely wired to break cycles, shift atmospheres, and create abundance. I break agreement with fear, guilt, and shame. I only align with joy, peace, power, freedom, boldness, and truth. I walk in my anointment. I carry legacy, power, and purpose in my bones. I'm a builder of people and a breaker of chains. I'm a beacon of light. This is who I am, and I will not forget it again. My beautiful diamond and ruby leaders, you are in the middle of your pink power shift the minute you decide to be. Someone needs who you're becoming. Please don't give up, brave girl. May 2026 be the year you relentlessly, unapologetically chase down your God-given dream life destiny. I'm cheering you on. Happy seminar!